Hi, I'm Jasmine the sequel, and I'm not relatable. So today I wanted to talk about Foodie Beauty's mukbang that she came out with, the Popeyes chicken sandwich mukbang. And this is a little bit more serious. I am actually getting kind of concerned for her, which is part of the reason why I made this. And I've actually tried my best to rush this out as much as possible. I like to keep my videos as edited and concise as I can, because I know not everybody wants to spend 2 hours listening to someone yap on about our girls. So it takes me a while to edit everything, get everything out. But I tried to make this as fast and as rushed as I possibly could because I'm concerned. And I think that there is a reason to be. So let's get right into this. I'll give you my thoughts as I go along, serious or otherwise.
Hey guys, hey. How are you? Well, if you're asking me, I'm not in a good mood today. And I'll tell you why in a minute. 2 reasons.
Told you so. Told you she was mad at the end. I told you. When I saw that, I knew that she was like super actually pissed and she was going to take steps to do something about it. Our girl doesn't let something like that go, man. That's a slight she will not stand for. Or, well, any slight she won't stand for. You know our girl doesn't like to stand.
All right, so let me just salt my macaroni and cheese.
Good move. More salt, because that's what fast food needs. More sodium.
As you can see, I'm super excited because guess what I have? I ordered like as soon as they opened, but I have, and I'm super excited. Ta! The new chicken sandwich.
Honest to goodness, no one needs to be this happy about a chicken sandwich. It's a chicken sandwich from a fast food place. I don't eat fast food generally as a whole. I don't eat it, so I don't understand it, but this is like a lot. Even for her, I feel like this level of happiness is maybe a bit much.
Oh my gosh. Let's unpack this baby. I got the spicy one. Ooh, buttery bread. Oh my god. Look at this thing.
Aw, gross. Don't show me the inside of your food. No one wants to see that.
So, Canada has just received the Popeyes chicken sandwich, which is why I'm just trying it now. Okay. That is why. And to drink, we have our coldest water bottle. Please check description if you would like to be entered to win a free one. And you can use my discount Foodie.
She said discount Foodie, and honestly, that's such a better description for her than Foodie Beauty is. I just find that so funny.
To pick one of your choice. Keeps your, if you're cold water lovers, you'll love it. So I got a few things here. I have a biscuit, the sandwich, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, and fries.
What happened to the diet? I'm very curious. Like, this confuses me. She just said, even in the last like Eat With Me video, she was like, I'm on a diet, and then she ate like enough food for 3 to 4 people. And here she is on camera eating a massive amount of food, again, while she claims to be on a quote-unquote diet. I don't understand what's happening.
I need to have a fry with the blackened ranch. This is like my favorite. Sorry. Beauty bite. All right, without further ado, I need to see what the fuss is. Is it worth the hype? Beauty bite.
No one wants to see your teeth mark in food. Please stop it. I don't know why she feels the need to do this. I don't want to see it. I don't.
All I got was the batter from the chicken, so give me a minute. All right. Here's the thing. It's good. But I'm gonna get hate for saying this.
Oh, she'll get hate for saying it. In that case, she can just pretend to go on another fake health journey, and I'm sure people will forget all about it, you know?
Oh. It's not my favorite chicken sandwich out there. You want me to rank them for you?
I want to give you the total calories and the total fat for her diet for this meal. I'm going to go ahead and assume the best for her, right? And I'll say these are regular sides and they're not the large sides, but the fries are large. I can tell that by looking at them. I've eaten a Popeye fry in my day or two, so I can tell you that for a fact. The calories for this, being generous, come out to 2,420. 2,420 calories is what she's eating right now. I don't have words. I'm genuinely at a loss for words. And it's 10:30. Okay, maybe a little bit after, but it's definitely close to that point because she ordered this first thing in the morning, and I checked in the Ottawa region. There are a few that open at 11, but a bunch of them open at 10:30. So knowing our girl, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that's what she did. She woke up early specifically for this, went on the app at 10:30 exactly, and ordered it as soon as she possibly could. She's eating a breakfast of 2,400 calories, and it's got 181 grams of fat in it. That is insane. Oh my God, she's just gonna be in the toilet the whole day. That's just so awful. I get comfort eating at night after a long, hard day, but at 10:30 in the morning, that is like an escalation even for her. This is giving me 5:30 in the morning lobster mac and cheese vibes. This is like bad. This speaks to me of a very unhealthy mind.
My all-time favorite chicken sandwich is probably Burger King.
Who would have guessed Burger King? I mean, who would have thunk it that Burger King, the place that she visits the most for fast food, would have been her favorite for chicken sandwiches? Not me, that's for sure.
Actually, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, Wendy's.
Okay, maybe this is gonna sound kind of mean, but I think the only reason she picked Chick-fil-A as her favorite sandwich over Burger King is because Chick-fil-A is like not available to her easily. I think that if Chick-fil-A was just as available to her as Burger King was, she would have honestly picked Burger King. I think there's a little bit of like grass is greener on the other side type of thing happening in her head.
I'm like, why am I in a shit mood? Like, because I've been in a good mood, you know, for the most part, for a while now. And ever since I've, you know, been back on my medication, sure, I get pissed off at certain things, but for the most part, it has improved.
Wait, didn't she just say in her last video that she was feeling really down and really sad and depressed?
And I realized I hate the daytime.
That's because that's when people can see her, okay? I don't mean literally, I mean that more figuratively, because in the middle of the day when everybody else is going to work, everybody else is busy doing things, Foodie Beauty is doing nothing. Chantal sits at home, plays with her cats, and eats. That's all she does. And in the stark light of day, that sort of behavior is a lot harder to ignore or justify than it is in the darkness of night, because at night, everybody's at home. Everybody's maybe indulging in a meal. Everybody's snuggling with their cats, right? Especially now during a pandemic. Most people are at home. But Chantal's home all the time, every day. She doesn't have a single other thing to do. And so it's harder for her during the daytime because she can't hide in the daytime. And that's why she doesn't like it.
I've been trying for so long to reverse my sleep pattern to become a day person. And I'm just like, what the hell for?
She keeps saying that she's trying to fix her sleep schedule, but other than some mild attempts, I don't think Chantal has really ever done anything about her sleep schedule, right? I have to make sure that I have things that I have scheduled, things that I care about, things that I'm invested in to get me up in the morning. Every day. I don't like being awake in the morning. I hate morning time. I'm a night owl, okay? Fun fact, reason I picked my name, Jasmine the Sequel, is because my grandmother, when I was born, planted jasmine bushes in my honor outside of her family home. They're night blooming jasmines. And that's what she called me. She called me a night blooming jasmine because I was a night owl. I loved staying up at night. I was not a morning person. But to be an effective human being, I have to make sure that I'm awake in the morning. That's when most people are awake. That's when I can accomplish the most. And to force myself into that habit, I make sure I schedule things in the morning that I cannot push off until later evening. Things that are important to me. She doesn't have anything like that, or she doesn't want anything like that, right? Everything she just wants easy. She doesn't want any kind of discomfort. And honestly, if she did that on a regular basis, she got up early in the morning every single day for like a month or so and made sure she had things she wanted to get done early in the morning, I guarantee you it would become a habit. Because for me now, even on the weekends, even though I prefer the night, I can't sleep in past 9. That's what happens. The human body is not meant to be awake all night. It's meant to be awake during the day. That's why we have natural circadian rhythms. That's why I say she should go out, find things that she's invested in, that she cares about, and she should make sure that she can do those things in the morning only. And that will make sure that she gets up. Because most people can't just get up and say, oh, hey, I don't feel like adulting today, I'm just gonna sleep in. Most people have that pressure on them, and that's why they wake up in the morning. That's what I think Chantal needs. And honestly, it sounds childish to keep saying, well, I can't, fix my schedule. I have so much issues and I'm trying to fix my schedule over and over again. Even infants don't need their sleep schedules adjusted as much as Chantal seems to.
I mean, maybe I should just accept that I'm a night owl and just live with that.
See, this is what I mean. This is what I meant when I said in my last video that you shouldn't lower your standards for yourself. That's what she's doing right now in action. Rather than saying, I'm going to work harder, I'm going to find better solutions, I might talk to a therapist and figure out what she recommends for something like this. She's just saying, well, I'm just not going to do it anymore. Why put myself through that kind of effort? She's lowering her standards for herself as we speak right now. She's just accepting it as a fact of life that, well, I'm a night person, so, this is fine. This is how I'm going to behave from now on because it's equally as good as being a morning person. It's not, ma'am. And you should be working on it. And by just changing your standards, you're just doing yourself disservice. You really are.
Because we're always told the most successful people, the healthiest people, it's a link to being a day person. Maybe that's true, mental health wise. I don't know.
You would know the answer to that if you spoke with a therapist or a psychiatrist.
But I know for sure that I'm miserable during the day. I legit hate being up. I think I hate doing anything that makes me normal.
Yeah, that thing about her being normal, for her, that includes diet and weight loss. Don't think anybody has missed the fact that she's eating like well over 2,000 calories while claiming to be on a diet. This is not the behavior of a normal person. And just by saying, well, I don't want to be normal anyway, you can do whatever you want. There's no consequences, apparently.
Instead of fighting with myself and being a zombie all day because I'm tired and I hate, the daylight. I'm like a vampire. I'm just gonna do what makes me the happiest.
That is such a bad idea, Chantal. That is such an incredibly bad idea. You doing what you want has resulted in you being over 400 pounds. This is such a poor idea, I cannot begin to tell you. This pattern of being awake at night and sleeping during the day is going to cause her more depression. It's going to make her sadder. It's going to lead to more and more binges. And I feel like this starts a slippery slope of her going down the path of immobility and houseboundness. This is really bad. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know how else to explain it. I think this is very, very bad. I'm actually going to throw up some information about sleep and depression and the way that they're correlated. I would try and sum it up for you, but better than that, I'll both leave the link down below so you can read about it yourself, and I'll put the information up on the screen so you can understand how much of a bad idea this is.
Now, granted, when I see friends or family, that's the problem. I'll have to be a day person then.
No, that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is that rather than her being forced to get out of bed and doing things, she's instead going to get up and she's going to think, I'm just not feeling it today, and she's going to cancel on her friends and family. She's already shown that she's perfectly willing to do that. She's done it several times before, so why wouldn't she do it now? You know? That's what I think is going to happen. I think she's just going to cancel more and more with her family, and she's going to isolate more and more, especially because she already has a tendency of doing that. Now she has a perfectly good, valid reason for doing it. I don't feel great. I'm really tired, guys. You know I'm not a day person. Eventually, she's going to run out of friends and family who are going to keep pushing for her to come out and see them. What then? Your entire social circle is going to be your grandmother, your mom, your sister, maybe, and Pete's. And that's it. And that's sad. That's sad. And she knows it's sad, and it's going to make her sad.
It's just, you ever notice a difference? You go out during the day, which I'm not looking forward to. During the day, my anxiety is through the roof. And I think it's because the night, I don't know if it's like something about the moon just calms me down. You know, I go outside, look at the moon. Like, some people love the sun. I like the moon. And it's quiet. In the day, it's so busy and people are crabby, beeping their horns and whatever, you know. And nighttime, there's nobody.
Yeah, there's no one to judge her. That's what she means. At night, there's nobody to judge her.
I know this sounds like a misanthropic rant or something, but it's not. It's just realizing how much more peaceful the night is.
It isn't misanthropic. That's not what misanthropic means. You don't hate everybody. That's what a misanthrope is, someone who doesn't like people at all. You are instead pretending to be a misanthrope because it gets you out of admitting that there's actually something wrong. I think this is like a depression thing. I think this is a symptom of a major depressive episode. You really need to talk to a therapist about this, Chantal.
And it might just be me being my own worst enemy, but
yeah, it is.
Like, maybe I'm putting this pressure on myself, and it's not just in my mind. I feel pressured.
Ma'am, no, this is the opposite of that. You are not exerting enough pressure on yourself. You don't set any standards for yourself that you care to maintain. Saying that you're exerting too much stress and pressure on yourself is like so far from the realm of reality. I don't even know what to say about that. You find everyday tasks to be a hassle. And the reason for that is because you don't want to do anything. You are not okay with even momentary discomfort. That's why it seems like such a hassle to you.
To be a day person, to try to be as normal, you know what I'm saying, as possible, instead of thinking there's nothing wrong with not being normal.
The solution to your problems isn't just to alleviate any and all discomforts that you might feel. It's to sit in your uncomfortable feelings long enough so that you can figure out the root cause of them and find a solution and be better moving forward, not just to be in this awful stalemate all of the time. Deviations in preferences is not a bad thing. In fact, many would say that's a good thing. Having different preferences means that you can find somebody that's just going to be perfect for you, right? Deviations, and in her case, large deviations in health, are a completely different thing. You could die, Chantal. I don't know if you understand this, but you can. And I know everyone's going to die, but for you, it might happen faster, and unfortunately, it might be more painful. Why would you want that for yourself?
My favorite chicken burger, though, of all time, is probably the ones from my high school cafeteria back in the day.
Ah, yes, the memory of a better time. When she wasn't quite so housebound, when she wasn't quite so bad off, when she still had attention from people. We've seen this theme before.
I think I'm just gonna be a night person.
That's not what a night person is, by the way. Chantal thinks that being a night person means you just want to stay awake all night. No, a night person is what my partner is. Somebody who is much more productive at night, right? He still gets up in the day. He still has his responsibilities. He does things. But during the daytime, he's just not as productive. His mind focuses better at night. What Chantal is nocturnal, something that human beings actually aren't supposed to be. More importantly, I think she's nocturnal not because she likes the night more like my husband, but because she hates the daytime. That's not a normal thing. Hating daylight isn't normal. It's weird unless you're like a vampire or something.
I was sitting on my stairs waiting for my food, and I'm just like, I could hear all the busyness going on outside, and my anxiety just like rose up, even though it's not me living that, you know? And I was like thinking, would I be happier switching my schedule to days? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't be, because I'm not right now, you know?
I'm not even gonna comment on the fact that she was literally waiting at the door, like a dog waiting for their master to come home. That's incredibly pathetic. I'm not gonna make too big of a deal out of the fact that she was sitting at the stairs because she couldn't stand. Instead, what I'm gonna say is that it reminds you of your limitations. I can go on a weekend hike with friends. I can decide that I wanna go and roam around the mall for a prolonged period of time. I can decide that I wanna go to a movie theater and just casually go watch a movie. I mean, co would decide. There's a bunch of things that I can do as a person that fits, give or take, within an average body size that Chantal can't, right? If she wants to go to a movie theater, she has to first check to see if the seats can accommodate someone of her size. If she wants to go for a walk, she has to make sure that she has enough energy to get back. She can't just go to the mall and hang out for however much time that she wants because A, she's at a higher risk for COVID, but B, she might not be able to walk around for all that long. If they don't have that many benches and places for her to sit, she might have to take her walker with her, if nothing else. She cannot engage in day-to-day activities. She cannot engage in a normal life. And that's why the sounds of people just going about and living their lives upsets her so much. It's not just that she doesn't like it. It's the fact that she cannot have it. Chantal cannot do the majority of things that average people can do. And I feel like that realization has to eat at her. She is not a woman who likes being told what she can and cannot do. And so the fact that her body is putting limitations on her ability to do things, it's gotta burn. That's all I'm saying. It's gotta. Maybe the reason her anxiety rose up is not because she is like thinking about all of those people, but it's because she cannot be those people, you know? Like, it didn't rise up in spite of the fact that she's not living that life, but rose up because of the fact that she doesn't have the option to live that life. Have you considered that your current mood and your lack of happiness could be a result of other factors like depression, which you yourself have admitted that you are prone to? Maybe it could be because of declining health. Maybe it could be because of your recent breakup. Maybe it could be because everybody's being stuck indoors and we don't have any other options. Have you considered that it could be because of any one of those things or all of those things in various degrees, as opposed to, I just hate daylight? Please go see a doctor. I don't know how many more times I need to tell you this.
There's not really any need. I think most people do it because some people love the day, but it's more routine. Like, most people have day jobs, so I don't have a day job. So there's not really any need for me to be a day person. Like, I can totally do things in the afternoon when things are still open. I can see my grandmother in the afternoon. She's not a day person either. So yes, I'm inhaling my food because by the time I get to my mukbang, I'm very hungry.
That's because you wait until you're absolutely ravenous to eat, Chantal. You wait until you are so hungry you can't stand it. and then you consume food, because then it gives you a good reason to binge. That might not be true for this episode or this particular time because it's pretty early in the morning and normally Chantel is sleeping, but I guarantee you that that's what she does, even if it's not actively what's going through her head. That's her subconscious way of dealing with binges. Okay, so you can see I started this video as lighthearted as I could, but I got more and more upset as I went along. Chantel needs to see a therapist. There's no two ways about it. She is definitely having some problems right now. She's saying that her meds are working, but she is not qualified to make that kind of a determination. I'm not qualified to make that kind of a determination. No one on the internet is qualified to make that kind of a determination. That's why she needs to go see a doctor. She needs to go see someone who is qualified, who can give her this advice and maybe adjust her medication if need be. I genuinely think that she's going through something mentally and she needs CBT, like she needs cognitive behavioral therapy. I don't think she's gonna get better without it. I genuinely don't. And her escalation in behavior currently makes me very worried for her. Chantel needs to learn delayed gratification, that sometimes being unhappy and uncomfortable in the short run can mean long-term happiness in the future. And I don't know how to make her see that. And I genuinely think only a therapist might be able to help. But the sad part about therapy is that it only helps you if you want it to help you. It only works if you want it to work, if you're willing to let it work. And right now I've seen no indication in Chantel that she's willing to do that. Well, that will be it from me. I'm going to keep watching and I'll keep you informed. If anybody has any ideas about what's going on with her, please do let me know. And until next time, remember, I'm Jasmine the sequel, and I'm just not relatable.